want to speak to the principal.
Well, you got him. How can I help you?
How many times a day you heard that, man?
Well, I guess in my 18 years as building principal, I think if I would say 7 or 8 times a day, that would probably be on the conservative side.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Hey, man, this is our new podcast. I want to speak to the principal.
Yes, it is.
My name is William Jeffrey, and I have about 12 years of educational experience.
And I'm Dr. Michael Milstead, and I have 27. But let me just back up. This young man is being very modest. He's just talking about the 12 years that he had. This is an extraordinary young man that has a very bright future. If you have anything, any type of technological needs or lacking in that area, he's the guy to talk to. Awesome man, young man, and I'm just delighted to have him here as my co-host and executive producer.
Hey, I'm just trying to learn from the best.
Man, well, I tell you what, we're going to learn from each other.
All right, man. So we want to let you know that our podcast is called I Want to Speak to the Principal. We have a 1-833-7...
That's close. Y'all fill in the other numbers.
We have a toll-free number where you can reach us to talk to the principal as well. You can talk to Dr. Michael Milstead, and he will give you all the information that you need for your life. Our toll-free number is 1-833-773-2527.
Well, I appreciate all those very kind words, but I don't know if I have all the information. I do have about 27 years experience in education. I've been a building principal for 18 years at the secondary and elementary level. So know a little bit of something about teaching and learning and leading schools.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Hey, catch us weekly on I Want to Speak to the Principal with Dr. Michael Milstead and William Jeffrey.
Call us.
To know what you think about our topic today. We do have a toll-free number. You can call our podcast at 1-833-773-2527. You can leave your name or you can use an anonymous name. We'll play it on the air if you would like us to, or we can talk about what you told us at the number. So again, our toll-free number is 1-833-773-2527 or 1-833-SPEAK-2P. Let's talk about school safety.
Yeah, that seems to be on the mind of just about every parent now that has a child that attends school.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
So let's start with parents.
Mm-hmm.
As a parent, how can a principal make me feel that my children are safe in school?
Yeah. Well, and there's a number of ways that a principal can do that, Will. First of all, I think there needs to be just open and transparent communication between the school and the home. Principals need to, I would think, on a monthly basis, just send out reminders to parents, all of the techniques and the strategies that they're using on a daily basis in order to keep kids safe. I think they need to also have parents to remind kids too of the techniques, the strategies, and the safety measures in the school. I think principals need to make sure that parents are in attendance to PTO meetings, where information on safety is disseminated. Also, it's important that parents be a part of the school leadership team, right, where they could have some input also into implementing safety practices and procedures at a school.
Gotcha. So I was looking on Twitter and I saw one of your ex-students who had graduated.
Yeah.
And after his graduation, he quoted back in a tweet what you used to say on the intercom as a principal. And I was really impressed. We've talked about this,
right,
about safety, and we both felt heartfelt about what happened in Santa Fe.
Right.
And, it's not too far from us.
Right, exactly.
So talk to me about the tactics that you used in your school to help those students feel safe.
Well, school safety actually was embedded in my school's culture. Safety equally as important to me as a student receiving a quality education is that they came to school feeling safe. Because I realized that, and like most principals, I know that making sure that kids are safe in school is a big part of my job. But I also realized that a student cannot be at their best, and then they cannot perform and cannot focus on the teaching if they don't feel safe at school.
Right.
So safety became a huge part. In fact, safety was even a part of our school's mission statement. So on a daily basis, we practice safety, and one of the things that I would do each day is come on the school PA system, and just remind kids that if anyone bothered them, threatened them, or make them feel uncomfortable in a way, come and tell somebody. I told them if they saw anything that may harm them or someone else, to let someone know so we can take care of it. And apparently it caught on. Our kids, they remember that way. In fact, whenever they see me now in the grocery store or wherever, that's the first thing they'll say. Dr. Milstead, anyone bothers you, threatens you, make you feel uncomfortable, come and tell somebody. And that's a good thing. And that's a good thing. So, yes, safety was a huge part of my school culture at each school that I was the principal at.
Excellent. So, principals lead the charge, and I know it is on everybody's mind to keep a safe environment. But what can the staff do? Not the teaching staff, but like the staff. Like, how can they help implement that culture of safety?
Well, and that's a good question. During the periods when there are safety drills, it's important that everyone take those drills seriously. And particularly because the kids are watching the adults and they're following the adults. So if the kids see that the adults are serious about school safety, and then they're going to take it on. They're going to become serious about it also. And so I think it's important for just staff, teaching staff, paraprofessionals, the custodial staff, the janitorial staff, to always take safety seriously in the school, and anything that they see that looks out of the ordinary, to report it to somebody, report to the administrator, and just be an example about safety for kids. I think that's huge.
I know when we talked about doing our first episode, and we were leaning on school safety. You said something that was very powerful to me, that you can prepare for it as much as you possibly can.
Right. And
you, as a principal, you can cover as many bases that you can, but then it happens.
Right.
So how do you come back from that?
Yeah. Well, those, I guess, post safety laxes is very important. Because the thing is that it shows you where you were weak at or lacking at, I guess, in some instances, in all the preparation that you did. So it's always good to go back and assess and review actually what happened. Where would we have been strong in this area? How did we, I guess, for lack of a better term, let our guards down here and allow this to happen? And I think this should be a group approach. It's to resolving an issue if something does happen in the school. I think the key thing is that you got to keep moving forward. You got to continue to emphasize the importance of safety, recognizing that you may have had a lax somewhere, but again, strengthening that up and letting your teachers and your parents and the community see that you're out front, making sure that nothing else that had any type of severe consequences will happen again.
Okay, Doc. So I have a couple of friends who are new principals this year. And
God bless them.
They're coming into a situation, and I know that school safety is on their minds.
Right.
Give me some pointers on what they can look for, or any advice you can give a new principal that they can implement.
Okay. Well, Will, as you know, I was a principal at 3 schools. I've been an elementary principal. Been a middle school principal and a high school principal, and at each of these schools, I implemented some of the same practices. And I'm very fortunate to say that I've had no severe incidents of not one kid actually getting harmed because of weapons or knives or bats or anything else in the school. Yeah. And but we also have never had, of course, obviously any type of mass casualties or mass shootings or anything of that sort.
Right.
But there are some things that I've done on a consistent basis. One of the things I believe that students want to know that their principal is in control and will always keep them safe. I think that's important. And so there are about 10 actions that I think that a principal would take now they're not going to cost them anything, but will make sure that their schools are safe.
Okay, yeah, give us those
okay.
free 10 things free that they can use.
Okay, I say first each morning at the same time, just come on the PA system and assure students that they're safe at school and that the teachers and administrators are there, not only for their education, for their safety too. Just remind them of the safety practices and procedures that they've been through on a daily basis, and just let them know, hey, if something happens, if you see something that don't look right, come and let us know. Next thing, just constantly remind staff to talk to students about safety in the school. I think that's important. When they hear from their teachers, that kind of reiterates what you said that morning also. Right. I think principals should walk throughout the hallways daily and just kind of peek in the classrooms. I would do that quite a bit, just give the kids thumbs up, let them know that everything was okay, and man, that really makes them feel good, letting them see you and then you giving them the okay sign. Talk with students as random as they're coming through the hallways. Just how your day going, or just if you see a kid, he don't have to be the most talked to kid. Just be a quiet kid that don't say anything. Just talk to them and just see what's just ask what's on their mind, and that kind of alleviates some of the fears and concerns that they may have sometimes. Make sure that all classroom doors around the school are locked. I think you and your AP should go around the school on at least several times a day, just checking those doors, letting teachers see that you're doing it, and also let the students see that you're doing it. Also, checking those doors also, and I think that builds confidence within them also that the school is safe. Each month, we talked earlier about parents. Reach out to parents. Just send out a little monthly reminder for parents to talk to their kids about safety, and get parents involved on as many safety committees as you can inside your school. I think what happens there is that the parents actually acts as your spokesperson. When they go out into the community, they can assure the rest of the parents, hey, I know they're doing this at this school because I'm a part of this, and those type of things. So I think that's vitally important. During each transition period, observe to ensure that all teachers are standing out and monitoring transition. Make sure they're not just, teachers have a tendency sometimes to want to visit with their neighbors and kind of talk during that transition period. That's a time really that they should be monitoring students. See if they see anything out of the ordinary, because sometimes you can have parents or grown-ups coming in the building. They don't have a name tag on or a name badge on. Right. And you want to make sure that if they see something out of the ordinary, report it to the front office. Right. And I guess tied with that is just don't hesitate to inconvenience someone. If you do see someone that you think they're in the building that shouldn't be there, or in the building, and they may not be there. Their intent may be for a good reason, but they're not actually. They're not actually adhering to school protocol as to actually checking in the front office. Just stop them and ask them, hey, can I be a help to you? And then direct them to where they need to go. Principals can schedule safety drills throughout the year, then share feedback with the staff and students. We do that with our fire drill, our shooter drills, any type of emergency weather drill, whatever. Basically what we do is after we have the drill, we'd come on immediately after the drill and give feedback to the staff and students on exactly how they did. If we have to do it over again, then we do it over again. But whatever we need to do, we did it until we got it right. Gotcha. Have a Crime Stoppers hotline. Kids love that. Let them know, hey, I got a Crime Stoppers. You'll get $50 if you see something and that looks unusual or strange, that might could harm somebody. Call in. It's an anonymous call. Let them know it's anonymous. They're not snitching on anybody. Right. I would always tell kids, hey, if it's going to keep you safe or someone else safe, trust me, that is not snitching. Right. That's helping somebody. So doing that. And every now and then, too, we just have little random backpacks, checks. Right. I'd come into class and, hey, guys, put your backpacks up on your desk. Let me check. So we just do random little checks, and nothing deep, but just on the side, just showing the kids that we're doing something in the school in order to maintain their safety. So those are several ideas that, like I said, they've kind of worked for me in the past, and I would highly recommend any new principal may want to investigate these and see if it works for them.
Excellent. So what we're going to do is we're going to write those 10 ideas 10 principles and 4 principles and put that on our blog so
Okay.
that if a new principal wants to hear what you're saying
Right.
and maybe didn't get a chance to write what you said down, they'll be able to access it.
That sounds good.
Excellent. So
That sounds
we'll
good.
be
Yeah.
able, and then also too, it makes us look like we're smart putting them down.
It's going to take a lot to make me look like I'm smart, Will. But those are some things that work for me in the past.
This brings us to the conclusion of our show, Doc.
Wow, time's going by fast. Will.
Yes, sir. I want to wish you a happy Father's Day.
Hey, same to you, man. Same
Yes,
to
sir.
you. What you got planned?
A lot of resting, hopefully.
Yeah, I wish I could say the same thing. Usually for Father's Day, I'm out there on the pit cooking, man.
Man.
All the time.
Oh man, yeah. I'm trying. Actually, I'm gonna go and get started now. It's supposed to rain real bad, so I guess you're gonna be outside.
Yeah, well, I tell you, rain, sleet, or snow, I'm gonna have to fire that rascal up, man.
Hey, that's spoken like a true pit master.
There you go.
All right, so our next episode we'll be talking about parent involvement.
Yeah,
Great,
great topic.
excellent.
The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed during this or any broadcast belong solely to our guests or our hosts. These broadcasts do not represent or reflect the views of their employers, sponsors, or affiliated organizations.